back, everybody. We're here to get us in touch with our inner animal. Is our beautiful fitness expert, Yoga Jana.
Animal poses. Where do they even come from? Why do we look at animals as inspiration for yoga poses?
I think because yoga is this ancient, tradition. I think back in the day they just were like, oh, that's a tree, and this looks like a tree.
That's a cat. Let's see what he's doing.
Yeah, and some of the animal postures that we are going to do today, they do emulate what those animals do when they're like waking up in the morning, and then there's some physical components that we can identify.
It's like our body getting in touch with nature.
Yeah,
it's like a direct connection there.
Yeah, I guess really that's what yoga's about: getting in touch with nature, getting in touch with yourself.
Exactly, getting in touch with your inner cat.
Okay, so let's go through them. What's the first one?
So the first one we're going to do is a cat pose. It's called actually cat pose. So there he is. We're going to get a little more angry than that.
Have your little tail. Yeah.
So the first one we're going to do is just actually round the spine. So you're going to bring your feet onto the floor, your toes. And this is really simple. You're just going to actually arch your back. So you're pulling your lower belly and your ribs in, and you're just really pushing into your hands.
Can I get some help, somebody on the front row, to pull my lower belly in for me?
I'll help you.
Thank you. So, that helps.
Honey, what's the benefit of this, darling?
So what we're doing right here is just building some flexibility into the spine itself. So what this does is just we can relieve like tension headaches or stress headaches, anything like that.
Yeah.
As well, if our spine is flexible, what happens is all the muscles that run around the spine are flexible, so that means our bodies move with more freedom and more range of motion.
And can I breathe with this pose, or do I?
That's a good idea. Yeah.
We forgot about that part. Yeah, don't hold your breath. Right. So usually it's on an exhale breath that we would come into that position, and then you would just inhale, come back to a neutral spine.
And what about the head, the face? Where are our eyes going?
Your eyes can, you want your back, your neck to stay long so you don't compress that cervical spine, but you're actually looking up with your eyes to stretch that optical nerve. And we actually talk about the eyes are an organ and how these postures can actually increase the eye health, right? The optical nerves, all the nerves in the muscle tissue of the eyeball. So you're looking up on the way up.
So the eye position is really important with this one too. Okay.
And then when you come back down, what you're doing is you're really looking at your belly again.
My favorite thing to do. Awesome. I'm just wondering, because the more you do, I'm not very flexible here. I'm not doing much of an arch. The more I do this, the more I'm going to get an arch going on.
The more you do it, the more flexible your spine becomes, the more range of motion that you're going to have.
Okay, so the next one is?
The next one is, let's look at our picture.
So downward facing dog, which everyone knows is kind of the token like yoga posture, right? So this one's really simple to get into. You're just going to come into a plank position.
Okay, and as we're getting into the position, tell us what it's doing for us.
So right from here, you're going to bend the knees. You're going to get into the downward dog position. So what's happening right now is all the blood is moving down towards your brain, essentially, right? So what this does is it helps with creativity. It helps with learning. It helps with remembering things. It basically makes you smarter.
It really does, and it makes me a little bit high, too, at the same time.
I mean, I know in your classes that we've held this pose for
quite a long time sometimes, I'm not going to lie.
And believe it or not, eventually in yoga, they call this a resting pose, but at first, it's really targeting the shoulders and the chest. You're building all those muscles. As well, there's lots of strength in the legs here, right? If you actually push your feet down, you can really feel the quadriceps working out. And then what this does is it also helps with like bone degeneration, right? So keeping those bones really healthy as well.
And when I'm doing this quickly, am I leaning back or am I like straight up?
You're leaning back as much. See, you have a little bit more flexibility, so you're able to straighten your legs.
You said that so nicely.
I know.
I really appreciated it. That was very kind of you. You're a little bit more flexible than
But with somebody like Chris, who we know because I've worked with you for so long, he's got a little bit tighter hamstrings. So with you, we would modify, and we always bend the knees, right? But we still get the most important part is getting that inversion of the spine. So we're going upside down.
Blood to the brain.
Blood to the brain. Creativity. Smart.
Okay, our next animal is
cobra.
This one's the sexy one.
Yeah, okay. Let's slither into this one. So we can start with the plank position with our knees on the floor just for safety for those people who might have lower back injury. And then from here, all you're going to do is start to arch the upper back. Now, eventually, somebody like Steven could put his feet onto the floor and probably...
Masha.
So if you're Steven,
you can do this. If you're Chris, you can't. So for you at home, don't feel bad.
But this is great because it shows like real life, real people. A lot of people have tight bodies. In fact, you're in like with 80% of the tiger. Tight like a tiger. Where's that tiger?
Where's that tiger pose? So let's show it again for
So for you just wouldn't arch your lower back so much, but Stephen could maybe push his hips down a little bit more, and then really put, so you make hopefully
turn inside out. Why don't you?
But what is this doing for us, Love? Because it's a great stretch.
Posture again, building or opening the chest, opening the shoulders, opening the front of the throat. In terms of the medical or the organs, we're invigorating the spleen here, the liver, which the liver, detoxifies food or the toxins from our food. So all sorts of internal organ benefits.
I have a couple of glasses of wine, and I do like 1 or 2 as well. If I do this after, I'm going to be completely fine. The liver's going to clear right out.
Exactly. Actually, do it while you're having those couple glasses of wine. Right?
Okay, so we have here is
the Stoic Eagle. So this one again is for balance, to challenge our balance, and also it's for bone and joint health. So you're going to balance onto one leg first. And the first idea here is just to be able to lift up that one leg and then turn that leg in and cross the legs and, squeeze the boys.
Squeeze the boys.
And then from here,
is that actually how you do it in your class, instructor? Okay, everybody squeeze the boys.
Because I work with lots of men, right?
You sure do.
And then bring those arms, and you're going to wrap the arms around. You're trying to get the elbows in lock with one another here.
Okay. Please don't. Oh, look, shoot him now while he's falling. Thank you. Jana, we have to go to break. We have to go to break. You are fantastic. Excuse me. I love you. You're so beautiful. So amazing. All right, guys, when we come back, Michelle is going to be here with us, and she's going to show us 4 ways to style a throw blanket. Oh, I'm exhausted.
That one's for all your sexual organs.
I did. Sexual organs?
This important one. So this is the one that
the other ways I can squeeze the boys.
re-energizes the...
It re-energizes the sexual organs.
Yeah.
And then we fly the eagle. And then we fly the eagle.
Oh, you fly the eagle. Fly the eagle.
We're not supposed to mention the P word.
Brilliantly British.
It was